The silence is sometimes more telling than the words. And this week, the royal family has once again shown us that silence, intentional, carefully calculated silence, can speak louder than 1,000 screaming headlines. While the institution prepares to step out for the commemorations marking the 80th anniversary of VJ Day, we find ourselves looking not just at who's attending, but more importantly, at who's missing. And in that vacuum of information, a familiar pattern emerges, a pattern that says Harry and Meghan were never the problem. The problem was always the system itself. Let's take a breath and get into it. Because while King Charles and Queen Camilla are confirmed to appear at the National Memorial Arboretum, and while the Duke and Duchess of Edinburgh are confirmed to be honouring veterans in Scotland, and even the Gloucesters are scheduled to attend solemn ceremonies in Norwich and Suffolk, two names are suspiciously absent from the announcement: the Prince and Princess of Wales, William and Kate. Now, we've seen this tactic before. The palace press machine releases half a plan, vague confirmations, and then the British tabloids fill in the rest with sugary speculation or deafening silence. But for those of us who have been watching with clear eyes and open hearts, we know what this means. The double standard is alive and well. When Harry and Meghan step back or shift course for their health, their family, their sanity, they're vilified. They're called deserters. They're labelled selfish, rogue, reckless. But when William and Kate quietly disappear from major national engagements, nothing, not a word, not a whisper of criticism, not a single tabloid headline daring to question their absence. And that silence, that carefully curated immunity, only confirms what we've been saying all along. There was always one set of rules for William and Kate, and a brutal, punishing set for Harry and Meghan. Let's talk about this VJ Day anniversary. This isn't just another flag-waving ceremony. This is a deeply emotional, historic milestone. It marks the end of the Second World War. It commemorates the victory over Japan. It honours the sacrifice, pain and endurance of thousands upon thousands of soldiers, veterans, families and civilians. These are the very people who held Britain together when it was burning from the inside out. And in this moment you would expect the future King and Queen to be front and centre, visible, present, connected to the people. But instead they're a no-show, unconfirmed, missing from the lineup. And here's where the truth becomes unavoidable. If it had been Harry and Meghan absent from this, the UK media would be foaming at the mouth. Every breakfast show would be screaming about disrespect. Every gossip rag would be recycling their greatest hits of hate. They've abandoned the country again. They've snubbed the veterans. They've shamed the Queen's memory. But William and Kate go ghost, and suddenly it's, oh, they deserve privacy. Or, let's not jump to conclusions. Or worse, they don't say anything at all. They hope we won't notice. They hope we'll keep blaming the wrong people. But we notice, and we remember. Because Prince Harry is a man who gave 10 years of his life to the military. He didn't just shake hands at ceremonies. He served, he led, he bled, he held soldiers while they cried. He listened to stories of PTSD and loss and guilt. And then he built Invictus, a global, life-changing event for wounded veterans, not for optics, not for pageantry, but from the soul. Meghan stood beside him, quietly, gracefully, fiercely, supporting that mission. Championing mental health, advocating for women in the military. And while they were doing that, the British media was smearing her over nail polish colours and hats. Think about that. So now we come to this VJ Day commemoration, a moment tailor-made for honouring the military, and the future king and his wife are MIA. And no one dares to ask why. Is it health? Is it convenience? Is it apathy? Is it a desire to avoid being scrutinised? We don't know. But what we do know is that the royal institution bends over backwards to protect William and Kate from even a shadow of criticism. And that very system, that's the same machine that chewed up Harry and Meghan and spat them out because they wouldn't play the game, because they had the audacity to lead with heart, because they demanded truth, not just tradition, because Meghan dared to speak, to feel, to live, and they couldn't stand it. Let's take a moment to really sit with that. Harry and Meghan were asked to smile while suffering, to bow to an institution that refused to protect them. And when they said, no more, the world acted like they'd committed a crime. But now, in 2025, who's actually honouring the veterans? Who's showing up? Who's doing the work? Let me tell you who. Harry is, Meghan is, the Sussexes are, and not just in performative ways, but in transformational ones. They've built a life rooted in service, whether it's through Archewell, Invictus, partnerships with non-profits, advocacy for maternal health, children's rights, or media literacy. Every project they touch has one thing in common: real-world impact. They are out here creating the kind of legacy the monarchy only pretends to represent. And still, they are the ones being dragged by the British press. Still, there are royal commentators frothing over every photo, every word, every move, desperate to find fault, clinging to the last bits of a toxic narrative because they're terrified of the truth. The truth that Harry and Meghan are free, they are effective, they are respected, and their light, it exposes every dusty corner of the monarchy's performative pageantry. You can feel the shift, can't you? The institution is trying to prop up the same brittle image it always has, an image of stiff, duty-bound nobles who only show up when the cameras roll. But it's no longer working, because people are watching with new eyes now. We've seen Harry and Meghan stripped bare. We've seen them speak from the heart. We've seen them fall, rise and flourish. And in that raw, vulnerable humanity, we found something the monarchy can never fake: authenticity. That's what scares them the most. And let's not pretend this absence from VJ Day commemorations is some harmless oversight. It sends a message. It shows where priorities lie. It shows who's really connected to the people and who's retreating into silence and privilege when it's inconvenient to face the public. But the world is changing. The truth has legs now. The Sussex Squad is louder than ever. And we are not going to let these double standards go unchecked. We will not allow the same system that tried to destroy Harry and Meghan to continue unchecked while protecting others with kid gloves. We demand consistency, we demand honesty, and we stand with the ones who show up. Because Harry and Meghan always show up, maybe not in the ways the palace expected, maybe not in the gilded uniforms and perfect photo ops, but in the ways that matter, in action, in compassion, in love, in integrity. And so, as the palace tries to spin another week of royal engagement PR, hoping no one notices who's missing, we're here to remind them, we see you. We see the hypocrisy, we see the truth, and we're not letting it go. If you believe in lifting the truth over lies, if you believe that service is not defined by titles but by heart, if you believe that Meghan and Harry are writing a new, bold, beautiful chapter in royal history, then you are one of us. You are part of this squad. Make sure you hit that subscribe button right now. Join the Royal Sussex Squad family. We tell the truth here. We uplift our own. We don't bow to toxic narratives. We break them. And if you'd like to support this mission, help us grow and keep this light shining strong, please click that super thanks button below the video. Your support, no matter the size, keeps this movement going, keeps the truth loud, keeps the squad strong. Royal family confirms senior members to step out next week, but Kate and William absent from announcement. It has not been confirmed whether the Prince and Princess of Wales will make a public appearance next week. The royal family has confirmed that senior members of the monarchy will attend engagements to commemorate the 80th anniversary of VJ Day on August 15th. The milestone anniversary next Friday remembers the end of the Second World War around the world. King Charles will deliver an audio message on the morning of VJ Day to mark the historic occasion. The monarch and Queen Camilla will attend the service of remembrance at the National Memorial Arboretum. The national service, hosted by the Royal British Legion in partnership with the government, will be followed by a reception. King Charles and Queen Camilla will have the opportunity to meet Second World War veterans at the reception. Other senior royals, including the Duke and Duchess of Edinburgh, will also undertake engagement next week. Sophie will meet Second World War veteran Jim Wren, who was serving on HMS Repulse when he was captured and held in Sumatra until the end of the war. On VJ Day, Prince Edward and Sophie will attend a service at the Scottish National War Memorial, Edinburgh Castle, organised by the Royal British Legion Scotland. It has not been confirmed whether the Prince and Princess of Wales will attend specific royal engagements next week. The Duke and Duchess of Gloucester have been confirmed to attend the Far East Prisoners of War VJ Day 80th anniversary service at Norwich Cathedral. The couple will then join a second commemorative service dedicated to the children and families of the Far East prisoners of war in Suffolk. Events to commemorate the 80th anniversary of VJ Day will conclude with a reception for veterans at Windsor Castle later in the autumn. Because this isn't just content, this is a community, this is history, this is justice in motion. Harry and Meghan were never the problem, they were the solution. And now, more than ever, we're standing with them, louder, stronger, bolder than ever. And we're not going anywhere. Stay fierce, stay proud, and as always, stay Sussex strong.